Fucking hell yeah, that was so fucking badass. Fucking, you wouldn't believe it, but I have Grave Next Door on the line right now. Fucking, how you guys doing, and who do we all got?
We're doing really great. I'm Patrick, the drummer, and then I'm Tony Salerno, the guitar singer.
Hell yeah.
We also got Luke. I'm the bassist.
Right on. How you guys doing?
We're doing great. How are you doing?
Fucking A, I'm doing good. I'm getting warm. Warming up over here in Canada, eh?
Yeah, it's sure for a little bit, and then it's going to get back cold.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get pretty brutal. So
it's coming back.
Yeah,
it's coming. So
yeah,
you're right.
It was quite the trip going from here all the way down to Jackson, Tennessee. First time I ever went to the States, I managed to get my ass down to the MDR Fest. So that was pretty different considering coming from Canada.
Yes,
that was pretty hot.
Big difference.
Yeah.
What do you think of Tennessee?
Oh, I loved it. It felt like home. Like it actually, the town of Jackson itself looks like the out of town place that I just recently moved to myself. So, kind of felt homey.
Yeah, I understand that because I'm originally from the South, so it's nice to go down south and get those vibes again. You know.
Hell yeah! It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was a trip and a half, I tell you. It was nice.
Yeah, I like, we were at the first Tennessee Metal Devastation Festival.
Yeah, and I missed that one.
And that was really cool.
Hell yeah. Badass.
But we have our application to play it, to play it again, so we're hoping that we get chosen. That's something we don't want to miss.
For next year? Hell yeah, that would be so sick. I would love to see you guys there.
Very cool.
Hell yeah. So what have you guys been up to? You guys got some new good killer stuff out here.
Yeah, we just put our album out. It's in pre-sale right now with Black Doomba Records.
Oh yeah.
So it's got some cool stuff that comes with it. You know, we made sure we had some limited edition stuff that you won't be able to get anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I guess it's doing really well.
I think so.
The response to it has been really good. So right now we're just practicing. Luke is our new bass player. The guy on the album was Brendan Reeder.
Okay.
And he kind of just had some issues and he had to go, and we understand that.
Yeah.
It was amicable, but we didn't like that he left us in the middle of a tour.
Yeah.
That kind of put it, but whatever, you know, we wish him well.
Yeah.
You know, there's no bad feelings here. But
yeah.
But Luke, we've been breaking Luke in, and Luke did a 4-day run with us with Tommy Stewart's Direwolf.
Hell yeah.
And Black Moon Colt. Tommy Stewart was he's the CEO of Black Doomba Records, and he was also the producer and the engineer on the album.
Yeah.
So, and I also play drums for, I'm the backup touring drummer for Tommy Stewart's Direwolf. So we all get along. We went on the road with Black Moon Colt, played with Megaton Communion, another Black Doomba record band, some other bands we played with. So it was a really good thing, and Luke came along for that. Nice. And it was kind of a trial by fire because he'd been playing with us for a couple weeks only before that, or a month?
Yeah,
wow.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah, we definitely threw him in the fire. But that's the only way to learn.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's the way to learn.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm sorry to hear that kind of put you in a limbo there for a little bit, but it looks like you worked it out.
Well, yeah, being in a band is hard. I mean, a lot of people, they think it's one thing, but it's all hard work. It's a major commitment. It takes you away from, your girlfriend, your job, and everything else.
Tons of dedication there, yeah.
And so it's like when people realize that, it's not money and girls and, lines of cocaine and Ferraris and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They kind of just, they kind of flake out. And the fact is we tour... free beer and T-shirts. We tour a lot. So there's a lot of demand, and being on the road is hard. A lot of these guys just want to play their local area, and that's cool. But we like to get out there. We like to be on the road. And some people just can't handle the road.
Hell yeah. Talking about, handling the road, I was listening to you guys last night on the Zach Moonshine show You guys did a badass interview. That is crazy. Just working through all that, while dealing with your health problems, like that's crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. I mean, us having to leave New Orleans to Alabama, we had to leave at 3 in the morning from New Orleans and go to Alabama, be there by 6.
5 a.m. Yeah. I would have to make dialysis chair times.
Yeah.
And on dialysis, it's the equivalent of running 26 miles, a marathon on your body. Generally on days we wouldn't play, you can ask my bandmates, I would have them go, and you got to eat tons of protein. I would have them take me to a Sonic. I'd get a triple burger because you need the protein, otherwise you're going to die.
Yeah.
And I would sleep from that time around noon or 1 all the way until like midnight, wake up, go back to bed again.
Damn.
And then some days I didn't have the luxury of sleeping, so I would have to go play an hour with Tommy Stewart's Direwolf and then an hour with Grave Next Door. So you're talking run 26 miles, you're up at 5 a.m., your body's totally done. Then you got to go play for 2 hours in both bands.
Yeah, like I was saying, total dedication. Like, wow, I'm surprised you did all that.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? You're either in it or you're not.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of like the culture here at Grave Next Door. There's no time for whining. There's no time for I've got this, I've got that. We're not a band of excuses.
Yeah.
We get it done. I mean, some bands, they have a different thing. My brother and I were raised by a very tough guy who was a Vietnam vet, and he demanded a lot out of us.
Right on.
And as kids, it was like, if you were like, oh, my arm's hurt, my uncle, my dad, they'd punch you in the arm and be like, oh, is it better now? So you learn not to complain and just get it done.
Yeah, straight up. That's cool. That's very cool. That's very cool.
I broke my finger one time when I had to convince them to get it looked at.
Yeah.
They wouldn't believe me. I was like, look, it's like way messed up. And he's like, just put ice on it.
I'm not fucking lying.
I'm like, I don't think so.
I'm not trying to be a sucky baby.
Yeah. There's no whining in this band. But I can tell you this, though, and I've got really good bandmates because I couldn't move my own gear. Yeah. I was extremely weak, and they just, I really put them through a lot.
They picked up the slack, yeah.
We didn't bitch because it's like a band is like a family.
Yes.
And it's a brotherhood. Now I'm strong as hell. And, and if one of them needs me, I'll be there for them. You know what I mean? And that's the way it works.
And it really wasn't much worse than that much other tour because, like when you're on tour, things happen all the time and you can just kiss sleep goodbye.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's like one of the main breakers is being on the road is people just not getting sleep and not being able to handle it. It takes me a couple days to break out of my sleep schedule, but
hell yeah, being on the road, it's hard. It's tough stuff.
Yeah.
There's a book by by Keith Morris called it was one of those books about Black Flag. Okay. And they found that what they found with bands is after like a week on the road, everybody's all amped up and stuff like that. A week into the tours, when the depression hits, the tiredness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see that, and you see who's built for it.
Yeah.
And who isn't built for it. But when you're playing, sometimes you could play to like 300 people, and we have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the next night you're playing to 4. You know what I mean? And you still play just as hard. But it's kind of like, man, what happened? Last night we packed a place in Brooklyn,
Yeah.
And the next night you're like, you got 3 people watching you. And we play just as hard for no matter how many people
are there. Always play like it's your last time. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this band, everybody in it, we play every show like it's Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I could definitely tell that you guys do with what I've, been hearing so far. Like you give it your all there, and you don't stop. You're relentless, and I love that.
Yeah. So.
Constantly pushing, constantly getting it out there. You guys are doing very good.
Yeah. Do you think we like post too much?
Nope, not enough.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm trying to help. Just keep giving her. And,
Hey, I want to thank you for sharing our stuff. You
always,
know,
anytime.
You realize there's like a million bands out there, especially in stoner doom.
Hell yeah.
You know, stoner doom is the easiest genre for anybody to be in. It's the easiest for any band to start. So
well, it's easy to be stoned.
Yeah, I guess. The flood of music is incredible, and if you don't, if you don't push yourself, if you don't blow your own horn, no one's going to blow your own horn for you.
Nobody's going to see you. Yeah.
Exactly, and you got to cut through all the noise too.
Yeah, that's it, and you got to be relentless at it too.
Yep. Exactly.
So I don't think you're pushing too much. I think you need to do more. So, but you're doing very well. You're very welcome, and I'll definitely help out whenever I can, however I can, for sure. It's like I think this is the second interview that I've had with you, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Hell yeah, you came back for more.
Oh yeah.
Give me more. But yeah, no, I love what you guys put out this go around. It's harder, it's heavier, it's stoner, it's doomier. I love it.
It is harder and heavier. You agree with that?
Yes, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with the production that we actually had this time.
Right on.
You know, because as I said last night, I mean, we actually had somebody actually into our genre of music and understands our sound. And, you know, Tommy Stewart, we've played so many shows with him, you know, so the songs that he recorded, he's seen live and actually, so like he knew exactly what to do.
Hell yeah.
To really bring out that heaviness, you know.
Fuck yeah. It's really nice that you guys are able to work together like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Communication's key.
Hell yeah. So it definitely is. I already got people in the chat room over here on Metal Devastation Radio asking to ask questions. So are you guys open to answering questions?
Yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
As long as they're not too naughty.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm the only naughty one here. I got them all. But anyways, I'm who you got to worry about. They're not the naughty ones. They're the nice ones, right, you guys? But, yeah, so Brandon Morningstar, he is another DJ here on Metal Devastation Radio. He says, since I'm new to finding their work, once I do some homework on them, would they want to do an interview with me? Are you open to more interviews on this station?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
There you go, Brandon. Yeah.
Thank you, Brandon.
Hell yeah. Brandon's pretty cool. He's debuting his first nighttime show. He's a morning DJ usually after my show tonight, so that's fucking pretty rad. There's usually nobody behind me. Usually nobody. Who else has a question? Nice and naughty. Yeah, naughty and nice. Yeah, I'm getting presents this year. I don't know about you.
There you go.
Oh, shit. Okay. They're writing. They're typing. I'll wait. Mark, I'll stand behind her. Why, thank you very much. But no, you guys are doing really well. You're heavy. You're tight. You're getting crunchier and doomier. I love it. Your sound is definitely distinguishing from the rest, too.
In what way do you think? Do you mean that?
Just the whole music, everything, every part of it. The lyrics, the songs, the music itself. You guys are... I could definitely set you aside from the rest, and you really stand out. To me, anyway.
Yeah, it's really important to try to progress from the last album. You know, almost my goal is to make every album better, next album better. You know, like go back and learn, listen, know what you did wrong, you know, and then redo it, you know.
It's like,
or apply what you learned to your new music, you know.
Right.
I feel like that's how you grow.
Kind of that.
Because, I mean, the more you do something, the better you get at it. The more you write, the more you release.
It's kind of like what you do every day. You know, you strive to be better every day. So that fucking makes total sense. We got Joel from the band Animax who has a question. His question is, when you write songs, do you write the music first or the lyrics?
Every song is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends, Joel. Sometimes my brother will be playing a riff, and then the lyrics will pop into my head. Sometimes I'll write lyrics, or he'll write lyrics, and then he'll come up with the melody and stuff. And it all depends. Like Blood Moon Hymn was the bassist and I came up with the melody and the lyrics, and then we put it together. Then Tony just went ahead and added his guitar and he sang it, and it worked out. So it all depends. You know, we really don't limit ourselves in that.
Yeah.
Whatever we're feeling and whatever the flow is and the inspiration. So it could be anything.
But I said this last night. The best thing to do is it's really nice whenever you have the bass line start first.
Yeah.
Because then you got the beat of the song and you got the key.
Hell yeah.
And somewhat of the melodies. And then it's real nice just for the guitars to go in there
That makes
and just
sense.
kind of play along and do whatever you want to it. And it really fits a lot better. You know, it really sticks a lot better because the bass is the glue of the band.
Fuck yeah, well that
You know,
works.
and the bass is very important. So when you do the songwriting around that, it'll come together pretty nice. But
Yeah.
any song could be written any way
Hell
at
yeah.
the end of the day, you know, so.
Joel
Yeah,
here.
like I've got 10 songs written right now, and I just need a couple days with Luke alone to come up with some rhythms, him and I.
Some riffing,
And then
yeah.
what I'd like to do is have Anthony come in and just do what he does. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah. Joel here, he likes hearing that. He's like, that's the coolest answer ever because he's a bass player himself in his one-man band. He plays everything, but he's a bassist first. And
And what's the name of his band?
Animax. He used to be in Q5 and Nightshade.
Can you spell that?
Animax, that's
A-N-N-I.
ANNIMAX.
Tell him, hey, Joel, I'm going to check you out, man. I'm really interested in listening to this.
Fucking rights, man. I love fucking one-man bands. Oh, I do. So he
Where
also...
is Joel from?
He's in California, I believe. And he also had
awesome.
another question. I think I seen it in there. No, that was Brandon Morningstar, our other DJ. He says, I'm not trying to deviate away from Joel, but Brandon asked, is there another question, since they mentioned MSG, if they could be direct support for a big name in the industry, who would it be? Just one.
Just one?
Yeah, just one. Who would it be?
Well, I think we all probably have our own ideas of who would that be.
Well, you could all answer it individually.
I'd say Melvin's.
Nice.
I'd say Black Flag.
Mm-hmm.
Who
There
would
you
you say,
go.
Luke? Luke Stringwalker.
Hell yeah. And
His
Joel
head's
says
spinning. He doesn't know how to answer
I
that.
don't know.
one big name.
It's like a mixture of the two.
Yeah.
Right? Just one of them. Blurt it out.
One of your favorites.
Dude, we're kind of like old Mastodon,
Nice.
Black Flag-ish. Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah,
So- Joel also said that he'll be checking you guys out more too. A lot of the folks in here in the chat room have been saying the same thing, so that's pretty cool. And he's like, good answers. Right on. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
You're so very welcome. But yeah, no, you guys are definitely the vocals are just badass. First and foremost, I wanted to say that. The drums are killer. The bass
Thank you.
is wicked. I mean, I don't know. I can't wait till you guys are putting out more. Cannot wait.
Yeah, the drums, on our first album, I used Ludwig Vista lights from either 69 or 70.
Oh, nice.
And that was a nod back to Robo's kit from Black Flag.
Wow.
But they had so much attack, and as I got... excuse me.
Yeah.
As I got thicker, they were too heavy to carry me,
Yeah.
or for me to carry. Sorry, the drums didn't carry me.
Yeah, sure they did.
They got too heavy, and they were old. And since they were these drums from like 1969, every single gig, all the hardware would fall apart.
Oh, fuck.
And I would spend like so much time like tightening stuff up.
Yeah.
And it's not cool when your drum falls apart in the middle of a set.
I know.
So a friend of mine turned me on to SJC drums, and
Okay.
they ended up building a custom kit for me. And then they ended up giving me an endorsement. So
Oh, sick.
so it's really cool, and I'm really happy with these drums, SJC.
Yeah, they sound pretty good.
Yeah, and
I love
it's just amazing. But then for that 4-day run, and if there's any drummers out there, for the 4-day run, I went back to my heads, my Remo Black Dot heads,
Oh, yeah.
but I recorded with Evans G2s,
Okay.
and it didn't feel right. So in this practice we had tonight, I redid them, and I'm like, oh, there's the sound from the album. There's the
Right on.
sound I was missing. So
Hell
I
yeah.
think I'm like stuck back in the G2, which is fine. You know, the Evans heads.
Yeah, they sound sick, man.
Yes, they do.
You know, I find it. I really, when people say my singing's good, it's like I can't accept it yet, because when we started this band, I did not want to be a singer.
Yeah.
It was the furthest. If you would have told me I would have been singing for this band, I would have been laughing and been like, no way.
Yeah.
But it was like over like 2 years, you know what I mean? We've had one, and it was just so horrible.
Yeah.
You know, we had to get rid of them, and you need a singer in a band, you know, like you need a singer. So I just had to step up to it.
Yeah, you need somebody that's going to kick out the jams, yeah.
Well, there's an interesting story behind that. So, Tony or Anthony.
I have two names. Family calls me. It's an Italian thing. I know.
Yeah,
I hate my name. It sucks, so I go by Tony.
So he's my brother. I'm the oldest boy, and he's the youngest boy. So,
right on.
So I called him Tony once and got yelled at when he was a baby.
Oh shit.
So we don't call people Tony. It's Anthony. You know.
Oh shit.
So it was kind of crazy. So like my dad really rode my ass on that.
Yeah.
So Tony is foreign to me. When someone says Tony, I'm like, who?
Who the hell's that?
Who is that? So what I did is we have the same dad and a different mom, but his mom raised me since I was 8 years old. So I spent more time with her than I did my real mom. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so I mean, I love her. She's my mom.
Yeah.
So I was so upset, and I was thinking like, how am I going to get this guy to sing? So what I did is I called our mom, and I said, look, I know he can sing. You know he can sing. And she says, Patrick, like she has like an accent almost like you, with like Wisconsin, Michigan accent.
Aww.
She's like, Patrick, he's been singing since he's 3 years old and playing piano. He would sing the best songs, and he's so talented. And I sat down, I go, you know, Mom said you know how to sing, so stop bullshitting me.
Yeah,
you know
let's
what
go.
I mean? And then he knew it, and he knew he could sing.
They used to force me to do it, and I hate it.
Yeah, and my father can sing. This guy can sing. I'm the only guy. I didn't get that talent. Trust me. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, and that's why I'm the drummer.
But you could carry a beat.
But I can come up with melodies. I just can't carry it off. You know? So once he started singing, I thought it sounded great, and I'm just like, dude, you just got to do it, man. And he did. He stepped up. And he did it, and now there's and I can tell he wants to do more and more and go into it, and we're really proud of him, and I think I think he sounds great on this album.
Hell yeah, you guys, you're pulling it all together on this album for sure. Hell yeah, we got fucking Metal Mark from Metal Mark's Audio Aggression. He's another DJ on another station. He tunes into my show a lot and hangs out with me here. He's in the chat room writing Tony Soprano, Family Feud, and he's laughing his ass off.
Dude, that's what it's like. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, in a band it gets heated, you know, because we're brothers, and it gets heated, and it's kind of hard for the other band members to watch him and I go at it.
Fuck.
Especially because since I got the new kidney, I'm on steroids, and I'm aggressive to begin with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm always looking for confrontation. I'm always looking to get into it.
Yeah.
So the steroids sometimes, in the beginning of the transplant, it made me a monster. And sometimes I just look at him and I'm like, you know, I was around when he was a baby. I could have killed him in the crib. You know, but now he's like bigger than me, he's stronger than me, and he's younger.
Yeah.
So I really can't kill him that easy now.
I better smarten up.
But yeah, Metal Mark is right. Hey, Metal Mark, what's up? Glad you listened in.
Hell yeah. So Brandon Morningstar wants me to let you guys know that he has followed you guys. And he's already started his professional profile of you. So,
awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Thank you.
He thanks you guys. Fucking A. We got another fucking dude in here. Dude. Joel of the band Animax. We joke around by calling him dude. He lives in California. Everybody's a dude. So he's like, she wants questions in this chat. Yes, I do. You want to help me fucking ask some questions? Hell yeah. But no, these guys are stoked. You guys are awesome. Fucking love hearing your fucking stories for sure. That's so cool. But just glad that you guys are all working together and keeping it tight and heavy and fucking rocking out.
Yeah, hey, you want to hear a tour story?
Yes, I do.
So it's the first week of January 2022, right? And we have it's like a show, I think January 5th or January 6th, and we're playing down at the Kraken in Brownsville, right on the border, right, of Texas.
Okay.
And so we're down there, and I'm in the bathroom, and this dude walks up to me and says, "Hey, what the fuck you doing here?"
What the hell?
And I turn to him, and it's pretty much like our neighbor. It's the guy from the Fukushima Daisies here. It's a punk band here in Grand Rapids.
Okay.
A guy named Ronnie Mack, and I'm like, dude, like, how are you even here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what the hell? You're from Grand Rapids. Turns out his father was in. His father had a place down in South Padre Island, so he was in there. He heard we were in town. He was checking us out, but we're like, we wanted to go over to Mexico, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, man, we go to Mexico now. Realize we have a purple van. Do we have the white? No, we had the white van.
No, we had the white one.
So we have a van full of like tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment, right?
Yeah.
And I figured we're just going to drive over to Mexico and check it out.
Yeah.
And they're like, no. Don't take the van. And then they're like, they'll rob your shit, and the federales will set you up, this and that.
Federales.
And
Yep. And advice for other touring bands out there: they'll tell you can go to Mexico with all your stuff. It's not. They're part of the setup.
Oh,
Don't listen to it.
yeah, and like, so I'm sitting there, and like, I really want to go there and have some of this food and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the time, the kidney disease made it where I could barely walk because it was sending my parathyroid hormone,
Damn.
and every muscle was sore. I could barely play,
Fuck.
but I'm trooping through, and I'm thinking like, shit, I'm having problems walking. I'll be like the wounded gazelle over there. If anybody's, they're gonna rob me. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
you got to walk across the bridge.
You're
so my
injured
brother's
meat?
talking to these.
Yeah.
You talked to some cartel guys, weren't you?
I was talking to this guy in Shadow, and then I'm going to get killed now.
Oh Jesus, they're done.
And this Chica, Val from the Valley, and they were saying, take your van and go over to this one spot. It's a small town. They love people and everything. And I'm like, okay, that sounds cool, I guess, whatever. And then, like, someone pulled me inside and said, no, don't listen to that. That's you know, like, don't
Probably
do it.
saved your life.
Yeah, he's like, it's cool to come and hang out here, but like, don't
push
listen
it.
to that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, thanks for the heads up.
And I would like to set the scene for this whole environment. It's like, it looked like we were in the set for, if you notice the United States, all the architecture is Mexico.
Yeah.
And there's this little like plaza there, or piazza, and it's like everything is like the stone and the tile. There's like a fountain, and there's little chairs.
Fuck.
You know, like these little benches around the fountain. And it was so beautiful, the architecture and everything. But there was something else that was going on, and you saw it. Like,
Yeah.
you knew that there were some bad dudes in the area. There was some bad stuff coming across the border, things that were going on, other people you're checking out, because we're aware of everything that goes on, right?
Yeah.
So we end up going to a hotel, and then when we're at the hotel, I'm checking in, and there's posters everywhere at the hotel. We report human trafficking. Look for this, look for that.
Oh,
and I'm
fuck.
like, dude, there's some crazy shit going on down here, man. So then, and let me tell you guys a secret. If you need to go on vacation anywhere, the cheapest rooms, beautiful water, warm water, beautiful views, go to South Padre Island. The whole week of January, the hotels are like $15, $20. You're right on the beach. These are $500 hotels. None of these rooms are booked, and no one's going there. I wish we would have just stayed there for like a month.
Yeah.
Everything was the rooms were so cheap. You're not going to find any restaurants open, but you know, you'll have to come into the regular off the island to eat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the Mexican food was real Mexican food, and it was amazing.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful place. Yeah.
Fucking nice.
Amazing.
Metal Mark in here says, yeah, there's definitely some parts of Mexico to avoid, for real.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and Joel from Animax says that he also followed you guys all over the place. And he's also saying that he almost saw Alice in Chains in Mexico before they were famous in Tijuana in 1990 for 10 pesos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
10 man.
Hell yeah. He says that the USS Nimitz was stationed near Seattle, so he already knew who they were. And that's where he used to be stationed on, Joel from Animax.
Was he on the Nimitz?
Yeah.
Ask him what he did on the Nimitz.
What did you do on there, Joel? Aside shave your hair and, yeah, all that. He jammed out. He was rocking out. He was playing in a band.
So I was on the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Nice.
In the late 80s, in the mid to late 80s until the early 90s. I started out on the flight deck as an aviation boatswain's mate.
Nice.
Cross-rated to gunner's mate, so I spent time as the gunner's mate on a carrier.
Fucking
and
nice.
my whole goal, the reason I cross-rated, was to get to BUD/S and become a SEAL, but that didn't happen. So, but I was on the Ike, so another nuclear aircraft carrier. So that's cool, man.
Fucking A. He said he played bass and he was the nuclear reactor operator.
Oh yeah. So basically, you're super smart.
Yes,
the nuke guys are amazingly smart. That's awesome, man.
Yes, Joel is. He really is.
Yep. Much respect, Joel.
Much respect, Joel. There you go. That'll make his day. He's not feeling too well. He's dealing with a viral infection, but he made it to my show, and I appreciate it so much. He didn't want to miss the Grave Next Door interview.
Joel, we're sending positive vibes your way, man. We hope you feel better.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Did you hear that, Joel? Very kind. Thank you. But yeah, no, that's pretty far out that you guys both have those experiences behind you.
Oh, yeah.
So when did you personally get into music? Were you a young guy or?
Which one? There's three of us.
Patrick. Patrick first.
Me?
You're the oldest.
Okay.
Starting them all.
So yeah, age before beauty.
I'm the oldest of my 5 siblings as well. So yes, age does matter.
So I got into. I've always been into music. My stepmom's sister. Our mom's sister gave us. When my parents got married, she gave me this mod shaped white, and you probably have seen it before. It kind of looks like an egg. It's a what is it? A stereo, with a turntable and speakers, and it looks like an egg. It looks like something that should be in Austin Powers, right?
That's badass.
And so here's the records I got. Every Rolling Stone record that was ever released.
Mm-hmm.
Hits of the '60s that had Donovan, all those good hits. It was all compilation albums.
Nice. And
the Beatles and Cream.
I love the Beatles.
Those were the albums that I got, and a Donovan album.
Nice.
And my dad had Bob Seger, Frampton Comes Alive, and Chris Christopherson that he gave me.
Fuck yeah, nice.
And I absorbed those albums like crazy. That was my base. At 11 years old, I'm hanging out with my cousin Mark, who's 10. And what happened was we got a hold of this album, Black Sabbath, right? It's got some weird guy in a Superman costume, Paranoid.
Hell yeah.
We played it. We played it for 13 hours straight.
Fuck.
My grandfather was like furious. He hated that music.
Really?
He's like, you're playing that hippie music. And we're just like, no, man, it's War Pigs. It's Paranoid.
It's not
Planet
hippie.
Caravan. When I first heard War Pigs and Iron Man, mostly War Pigs, I literally felt something move in my brain. I felt like it had split. I felt something move through my body. Those were the endorphins. I don't do drugs. I've never really done drugs.
Yeah.
And for me, my drug is music. The way most people get high, I get high off music. And what does it for me, Sabbath, Weed Eater, Monolord, hard old school hip hop from the 80s and 70s, and Black Flag, that kind of stuff. That gets me. And so that's how I got into music, and I've just been going ever since, really.
Fucking A, badass.
What about you?
You, Tony?
What about me?
You, Anthony?
Yes. Shit.
I remember. So I remember when I was really fascinated with guitar. There was this guitar shop from St. Augustine, Florida, and no, this was a while ago. You know, the '90s, and I was a real little kid. I think I was like 4, maybe or 5. I can't remember, but there was this shop, and it had Beavis and Butthead on it.
Nice.
And it was just like a really big like mural of them, and they were all like punk rock with piercings in it and everything.
Hell
and
yeah.
I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I remember my parents were looking for a guitar because my brother was going to start, my other one was going to start learning or whatever. But
Okay.
I just remember I was so fascinated with all these guitars up everywhere, you know, and
Yeah.
so I always wanted to play guitar, I remember, but always in school, like when it came for music class, I was super interested in it, you know, and like I would actually always get yelled at because I couldn't stop hitting the instruments, you know, like they're like, stop playing, and I couldn't do it, you know.
It's like, no.
And it was the only class I actually did good in because I'm so fucking ADD, you know. Like, they just should have let me play the fucking instruments, and I would have been way better off.
It would have been fine.
They're like, ding, ding, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there playing Iron Man on the xylophones.
Fucking
like,
A.
fucking 7 years old, you know. But
Nice.
and it's funny too because my dad's like, you know, big Christian, and Iron Man or the Black Sabbath and Metallica, all those bands were so forbidden.
Hell yeah.
And he almost didn't want me getting the guitar.
Damn.
I was 13 years old, and I did a bunch of odd jobs for the neighborhood, and I saved up $100 and went and bought a guitar.
Right on.
And I just pretty much taught myself.
It's like, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
and
yeah.
I was just always, and I remember when I picked up the guitar, the first thing I did was just want to start writing music, you know, like always trying to write music when I didn't even really know it, you know.
Nice.
And I ended up getting one guitar teacher. It was an after-school program, and he actually refused to teach me. And I'm like, why? And he goes, because you're more self-taught. He goes, you're developing your own thing, and you seem better off self-taught. So
I believe in that.
He taught me very, very basic things, you know, open chord, bar chord, and that was it.
Nice.
The rest is on your own.
Nice.
And then he showed me the pentatonic scale and set me off with that.
Do you think that helped you along the way?
Huh?
Do you think that helped you along the way?
Absolutely, because I feel like I've developed my own sound, which I feel like more important than something that like
Fuck yeah.
I'm more wanting to own rather than super unique technical skill. You know, like I'd rather sound different.
Yeah.
Than most people.
You don't want to be like everybody else. Yeah. Do your own fucking thing.
My whole life after that, I just wanted to be in a band, but damn, trying to find people to do it was just nuts. I mean, I'd have a drummer, and they'd flake out within a week. We'd like write half a song, and then they wouldn't remember it, and then it was a catastrophe, you know.
Yeah, I could understand.
So I kind of dwindled from it. I went out in the scene of partying, you know. I kind of lived my 20s, how idiots live their 20s, you know. And I just had to turn my shit around, dude. You know, like I had to do something else and get something else going. And
fuck yeah.
I just went back to playing guitar, and I felt music. And then me and Pat, you know, we were talking, and I said, "Fuck it, dude. Let's start a band. I'll move up."
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've been in bands since I was 14 years old, in punk bands that we actually would play out near Michigan State and at the student union and record stores and stuff like that, and people's farms and barns and basements.
Yeah.
So I did it from 14 to 18.
In my basement.
And that's how I ended up in the Navy, was because I got real drunk. And
I ended up in the Navy because I got really drunk.
What?
I ended up in the Navy because I got really drunk.
well, I got drunk and lost the band van with everybody's gear.
Oh shit!
So they kicked me out, and I was like the screamer, you know what I mean, vocalist.
Yeah.
But I was always trying to wait for the drummer to get off the drums because I knew that I was a drummer. But my brother, I can tell you he's talented because at Thanksgiving when he was 8 years old, my dad says, "Look, every family has someone who's musically talented, and Anthony is exceptionally musically talented."
Yeah.
So Anthony comes out with 2 recorders, and one is
one recorder.
Was it one recorder?
Oh fuck.
I could play Ludwig's Beethoven Symphony.
Yeah, but I thought you had each one in one of your nostrils.
I have to use my hands for the.
Oh yeah, so he had a recorder
One
in
of
his
his
nose
nostrils.
and was playing a song out of his nose.
I played the Ninth Symphony by Beethoven.
Oh my goodness,
through my
that
nose.
is talent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You definitely don't get more talent than that.
I haven't played the recorder since, I don't think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my recorder days. I was really a keyboardist, actually, when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. Always wishing I could be a DJ. Never thought one day I'd ever be a DJ, like doing what I do. But whatever, almost 5 years into this gig myself. But yeah, my first instruments were the clarinet, the recorder, you know, stuff like that. And then I got really heavy with the keyboard, piano stuff. And then long story short, my stepfather killed that for me, but whatever. Then I went on to singing, and then I was like the teacher's pet in the choirs every fucking time, every different school. But
that's good.
Yeah,
momhood came and took over that life at a very young age for myself, and I never, pursued any musical endeavors after that myself. So I love hearing these stories. I do. I love it.
Yeah, Luke didn't talk about how he got into music.
Yeah, it's his turn
Yeah,
next.
I mean, I've always been into music, but I've been playing bass for the last a little over 2 years.
Yeah.
So I just sort of picked it up, taught myself how to play it. But it was really important when I was little that we always learned instruments. So I learned the viola.
Yes.
So I was in the orchestra,
Fucking A.
but that was only for like a year and a half. I never really got into piano or anything. I was in a little bit of choir, but I don't know. Ever since I was really little, we always had CDs and stuff. But I had the internet, so we always had music was pretty accessible.
Yeah. So are you the youngest one of Grave Next Door right now?
Sorry, what was that?
Are you the youngest member of Grave Next Door right now?
Yes.
And has this been the only band you've ever been in?
Yes.
Yeah.
First band.
Fucking A, you're doing very well.
It's my favorite band I've ever been in.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping to keep this one.
Hell yeah. Fucking right on. That's so badass.
See, the way I look at this is, and I tell people this too, is I feel like it's kind of like a pirate ship,
Arr,
Like,
monkey.
it's rough and it's savvy, dude, and you got to get on, and
Yeah, man.
we're all trying to find the fucking treasure,
Yeah, we are.
We're all trying to find first we got to find the map, then we, you know what I mean, and
You gotta
some
find
crew
the
members that jump on think it's going to be fun, sailing the seas and doing this, but when they get to it, they realize how rough it is, and
You just gotta remember not to catch any scurvy.
right, you got it. No, you're going to catch the scurvy. You got to fucking deal with it till you get back home.
You know what I think is dumb, Vicky?
Yeah.
Genre labeling.
I hate it.
I can't believe, I think you can't stick yourself in any genre.
It's sickening. It's sickening.
You're going to be what you are.
Yeah,
and you can't
man.
let people put you in a genre either.
No.
I mean, it's great to I understand. You got to be designated somewhere, and it helps you sell albums.
Yeah.
It helps you get shows.
But let it off a little, fuck. Yeah.
I believe there's some bands that, and here's the thing, when you make something, everybody says they want something different and something new.
Yeah.
But what happens is when you do something different and something new, everybody gets scared. And they're like, oh, that doesn't sound like, what everybody else is doing in the normal stuff.
It doesn't categorize you.
I want to sound like everybody else in what's normal.
I didn't even really know about. I mean, I've known about actually a good bit of bands in this genre, but I didn't know it was actually a genre. I didn't know it was actually stoner doom or like things like that. I didn't know about it until after me and Pat had made a song and recorded it and showed somebody, and they said, you guys are doom metal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, doom metal? What? And I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, okay, Weed Eater, Melvins, I do know these bands. And then I was introduced to the whole other side of it, too,
Fuck yeah. Joel of Animax says he's Animax equals subgenre eclectic.
Nice.
Love it.
What got it for me was before we started Grave Next Door, we'd been screwing around on instruments and playing and stuff. And my brother has a very distinct guitar tone and way that he plays.
Yeah.
And somebody, about 5 years before we started this band, somebody turned me on to Caius. And I go, that sounds like what me and my brother play.
Fuck
you know what I mean? I go, yeah. And like, I just got really into Caius because it sounded like kind of how my brother and I would play,
nice.
You know? And so when we made a CD, just like, you know, through like the Garage Band or whatever, and we took it to a friend of ours. We're like, yeah, and we never planned to like get on a record label. We never planned to put out an album. That was really, to me, I just wanted to be able to be good enough so we could play a local bar maybe a couple times a year. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And this thing really snowballed on us. So what happened was we brought it to a friend of ours. They're like, oh, that's doom and stoner metal. And I'm like, what? Like, that sounded so cool, doom metal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? So we went home and we're working out in the garage and stuff, you know, doing stuff.
Yeah.
And I go to Pandora, because that's what I was using at the time, and I type in doom metal, and then I hear all these great bands.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, this stuff sounds so good.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
like, we do sound like this.
Hell yeah. At the end of my show, I always fucking the last half hour, I doom it out. I come in hard and heavy, I rock out in the middle with some classics and some good stuff and some requests and whatnot, and then I fucking doom it out.
See, if I could give our thing a genre, if I could name our genre, I would say like we're the blues metal or the heavy blues.
Fuck yeah, I love that so much.
Because I've just always been such a fan of that blues rock playing, you know, like ever since I started listening to it, you know, like Tony Iommi, you know, Slash and fucking Angus Young and Zach Wild,
oh my
and all
God,
that
don't
super
get me
bluesy
started.
shit.
He's getting me going, guys.
Before it, you know.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah, I love all that stuff. Fuck.
So it just drew me in, and I stuck to it.
I grew up with my dad, my stepdad. He's my musical inspiration, and I lost him it just past October 19th here. It's been 4 years since he passed, and every instrument that man touched, he fucking mastered. Harmonica, guitar, drums, everything, vocals, everything. Him and the band guys, one day in our living room, they were just jamming out some AC/DC, and I had no idea who this band was. I was 9 years old. I'm a little girl playing with Barbies and Hot Wheels for some reason. I like those color-changing cars. But anyway, so fucking I hear fucking AC/DC one time on the radio. I fucking hear the song that my dad was playing with the band guys down in the living room. I come flying down the stairs yelling, "Daddy, Daddy, I just heard you on the radio with your friends." And he's like, "Honey, that wasn't me." And I was so brokenhearted after that. But AC/DC is my all-time #1 band. But my dad, for the predominantly most part of his musical, you know, life and experience for me is metal blues.
Yeah.
A lot of harmonica, a lot of fucking groove, a lot of doom in that, and a lot of classics in that. Like, holy hell. My mom gave me the oldies and the classics and the rock and roll, and Dad gave me all the rest. Fuck. My music taste is all over the place, but you know, you guys definitely fill it up for me.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
See, you said something very profound.
Yeah, what's that?
It's just like punk.
Yes.
Doom and punk. It's not a sound. It's an attitude and it's an ambience that's in the music.
You fucking betcha.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, I can go back before Black Sabbath. I can tell you that Cream was Doom. I can tell you the Moody Blues were Doom.
Oh my God.
I can tell you there's some songs that the Beatles play that were Doom.
Oh my God, yeah.
That guy that sung In the Pines, that's Doom.
Fuck,
you know,
yeah.
I forget what his name is. In the Pines, you know what I mean? That one. I can't, you know,
remember
his name, but those old blues guys.
Blue Cheer.
Stuff, it's the ambiance.
Yeah, Metal Mark says Blue Cheer was Doom.
Definitely.
Fuck
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all about the feel, man. Okay. I don't know. You guys are doing some great things. You guys are going onward and upward. Keep it heavy.
It's the antidote. It's the heavy music.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's like Nirvana, whether it's like, and he mentioned Alice in Chains. That's what happens when you have the fluff of pop music.
Yeah.
When you dealt with the hair metal, when you dealt with when you have like the Taylor Swift, the pop music, Post Malone, and all that. When you have that sugary stuff like that, you need a balance. The world needs a balance. When it goes to one way, then you'll see them pushing more towards the underground.
Yeah.
But once the major labels, once the media gets a hold of this and it becomes popular, they're just going to ruin it. They're going to commercialize it, and it's all going to get shitty. And they're going to sign all these fake poser bands.
Then you're going to
sound the same. Try to grab the sound.
Yeah, you're going to sound
and we'll still be broke, and some fucking actors with instruments are going to make all the money on our backs and stand on our shoulders.
Hopefully we can become ghostwriters and get some of the cut.
Ghostwriters in the sky. Fuck yeah. Not Ghost Riders, Ghost Writers. Fuck yeah, it's just badass. You guys are badass.
I want to do that.
Hell yeah. Fuck, you guys are just so interesting to talk with. I wish I could stay on the fucking phone with you guys all night long. Talking all this music stuff. But where can the people find you? The listeners, the people out there. The ones that I'm about to expose them to your good stuff. Yeah, find them on Google.
Right now, the new album is not on our Bandcamp because it's in pre-sale. So Black Doomba Records Bandcamp, Grave Next Door. The album just got loaded up to YouTube, so you can get it on YouTube at Black Doomba Records. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Music.
Metal Marcus said
I think if you're in Europe, we're on Deezer too.
Nice.
Right there. So it's on every streaming platform right now.
Every social media, every major platform we're on.
Fuck yeah, you guys are up there working it hard and everywhere. I love that because one of my mottos is spreading metal everywhere, and it doesn't mean just metal. It means your music, spread it everywhere. Fucking A. We also got Metal Mark, he's saying in here, you could find them on the moon. Just kidding. Yeah, hell yeah.
And Mars.
Hell yeah.
Working on Neptune soon.
Fuck yeah. They're working on Neptune, Mark. Fucking A. Well, you guys are so badass. One thing that I like to ask the bands when I interview them, or when a band is being interviewed, I usually ask a question: bloodbaths or blood showers?
Blood shower.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what did you say? Bloodbath or blood shower?
That's right.
Blood shower, no doubt. Yeah.
I'd rather be in a blood shower because if something's happening, where you're in that situation, I'd rather be up on my feet rather than submerged comfortably.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm a diver, so I would say bloodbath.
Fuck yeah.
I'm going under.
Well, fuck yeah.
Right.
I create the bloodbath.
Yeah, that's the fucking name of my show, and that's one of the questions that I usually ask. Fuck, I used to ask some crazy fucking questions on Zach's show, fucking to the bands, like fucking pies or sausages, bloodbaths or showers, fucking boxers or briefs, fucking, or El Commando.
Commando.
Yeah, El Commando.
I haven't worn underwear in like 4 years. Except after my transplant.
Yeah.
They made me wear it.
Yeah.
They made me wear underwear. Yeah, I don't know if you want to go over that on the radio.
You're like, what the fuck is this fucking for and shit?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I hated that. They go, you got to wear underwear because what happens, they put the kidney down near your crotch.
Oh, shit.
So all your shit is like huge and like swollen and black and blue, and they need support. And I'm like, I hated it.
Damn. You know what, Patrick? I am so happy that you're doing so much better now.
Oh, I'm happy too. I hated dialysis.
Some of your videos when you were promoting away there, I got so sad that I cried sometimes, and I really wished you all the best.
Dude, I see pictures now. I was yellow. I looked sick. I looked like I was 15 years older than what I am.
Yeah, you weren't doing too well, but I'm happy to see.
Yeah, but I didn't quit, and I never gave up.
You keep fucking plugging it, kicking ass, taking names, giving names. I kick ass and give names. I give you a new name, motherfucker.
There you go.
Yeah, no, but it's so fucking cool to have you guys on tonight, and I appreciate your time, and I love hearing your stories. We got to do this again. We definitely got to do this again.
Our band does have a goal. We do want to make it. We do want to make it so we can get invited to a Diddy after party.
Fuck yeah.
And we'll bring our own lube.
And lotion.
Oh my god, you
Dude,
guys
what do
are
you think? What do you think of this whole Diddy thing?
you guys are
Can we talk
cracking up
about
the
that?
chat room over here.
Can we talk about the Diddy party?
You guys went to a Diddy party?
No, but I do have. But I do have a Diddy story.
Okay,
Would you like to hear it?
whip it up.
So it was 1992. I just got out of the Navy, right? A year earlier, and I was deep into hip hop, but I was mixing rock with hip hop.
Holy fuck,
right?
I was only 13 at the time.
Yeah, so
Nice.
I was in Manhattan because I lived right across the bridge in Jersey, and I had my demo tape for my rock hip hop band,
Yeah.
and I went to Def Jam Records, and we're waiting in the lobby, and I end up meeting this guy, and his name's Puff, right?
Okay.
So he takes our demo, he says we'll listen to it, then he invites us to go out to some clubs with him and stuff. I think one of the clubs we went to was called First Base or something like that.
Yeah.
And we hung out with him and his friends, and nothing weird ever happened. It wasn't any weird vibes or nothing, but
Sure.
he was just an A&R guy at Def Jam at that time. We never ended up getting signed. I ended up signing with 111 East Records,
Oh, yeah.
and then my lawyer got me out of the deal because they just wanted me to do some of the corniest rap shit that I didn't want. None of my own lyrics, none of our own beats, and our lawyer got us out of the contract. And
Nice.
I just gave up on and it went a different direction.
Your brother, sure.
But that was my Diddy story.
Oh, fucking sick. That's a sick little ditty there.
But he wasn't Diddy; it was Puff at that point.
Puff Diddy. You guys are so awesome. You made me finish my drinks. Like, holy fuck. Like, what the hell? Hell yeah. Oh, what the hell? Middle Mark in the chat room is saying Diddy is in deep shit now. And,
Yeah. Well, what's up? They got a release call on him. He's talking to his son.
Yeah.
And he's telling his son, get rid of the pizza boxes and recycle the plastic.
Oh my
Like,
fuck.
What does that mean?
Trying to be more environmental.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's some kind of code.
He's going green.
I hope he's recycling all the bottles of lotion.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah.
Oh god, you guys are fucking great. You guys are fucking awesome. Hell yeah. What did Joel of Animax say here? He said Tyrone Bradley, very MJ-like act. Environmental, Mark says.
If Grave Next Door has an after party,
Yeah.
it's definitely what Grave Next Door's version of an after party is Waffle House around 3 a.m.
Okay.
And it includes just food before we hit the hotel.
Okay.
Nothing nobody can go to jail for.
Sounds
Probably
good.
heartburn, you know what I mean, and high cholesterol, but don't worry about
And I got like half a joint
Oh fuck, I'll bring some more. I'll bring some more so we'll have like joint after joint.
Yeah, and hopefully I don't have to smoke out of a can.
Yeah, no, not this time.
Because I got to be disposable and discreet on the road. and
Yeah,
on the
for
States.
real. Yeah, I know. That's one of my worst things about traveling to the Metal Devastation Music Fest there was not being able to bring my own shit. I was fucking...
Yeah. I mean, some states I make sure I don't even have nothing on me.
Yeah.
You know, this is not worth it. Like, Texas is bad. Like, that's a fucking...
I
Look
was-
up the laws on there and be like, oh my god, like, they'll hang me for it.
I was so pissed off. Do you know that I spent most of my fucking trip basically sober as fuck? So I remember every single little thing. Even the day of the fest, I stayed sober as fuck because I was hot and I was just hot. I was drinking water and fucking nice enough friends of mine there let me sit under their fucking shit, their shade. So I was fucking happy about that, but they even took my fucking bottled water at the airport. I'm like, seriously? The fucking seal ain't even cracked, bitch. Like, it's fucking water. I'm gonna drink it in the lobby before I even get on the plane, you cunt. Fuck, I needed that.
I'm thirsty, I'm dying.
Yeah, like...
I'm allowed to drink water, it's fine.
Fucking assholes, man. You scan the shit, cunt. Like...
So what part of Canada do you live in?
Winnipeg, man, it's fucking cold out. Winnipeg, Manitoba, but... I'm born and raised there, but I grew up all across Canada. But I recently moved 4 or 5 months ago now. I moved to a little fucking country type scenery. Fucking 45 minutes away from the city in a place called Beausejour. And my sister lives here. She's been here for 9 years, and now I joined her. And it's peaceful here. I get nothing but the northern lights, stars like crazy, and it's peaceful, and no fucking crackheads and riffraff. And
So is that on the west coast of Canada, or is it like in the middle?
I think it's in the middle.
Right, so if you were to go due south, what states would you run into?
When I left here, I went straight from Winnipeg to Minneapolis, and from Minneapolis to Memphis. Yeah. I'm a fucking
that's
lost
sweet.
soul, man. Don't ask me directions. Just get me there.
Oh, no worries. Are there touring opportunities for American bands in Canada, like doom metal and stuff, or is it just...
Any time that you are interested in playing over here, I could hook you up.
Yeah, I mean that would be pretty cool. See,
It would be
Luke
sick.
here, who hasn't talked much.
Yeah, I noticed.
Just to tell you about him, he's extremely intelligent.
Walker.
Hell
He's
yeah.
extremely intelligent, and he goes to the Kendall School of Engineering and Design,
Nice.
right?
Art and design.
Art and design.
Nice.
And it's the same school that Maynard from Tool graduated from.
That's sick.
So he's kind of, if anybody out there knows the history of Black Flag, that's our plan with Luke. Luke is like our Kira.
Fucking
where
congrats.
we are adjusting our tour to his college touring schedule, to his college schedule.
Nice. Fucking badass.
So we're looking to tour this summer and hopefully record our third album.
That would be so sick to see you guys over here.
Yes.
Yes. And it's a place, one of my favorite venues is actually a place that I fucking used to be the head custodian at. Fucking the Bulldogs. So if you ever talk to anybody on your end, try to get at the Bulldogs because it's sick there.
What town is that?
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. The Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, man. The Winnipeg
Yeah.
Jets, the Manitoba Moose, the Gold Eyes, baseball. Fucking A.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I'm fucking about lit, guys. Like, what the fuck? I need you guys to do me a station tag if you don't mind.
Okay. You're listening to Grave Next Door
Grave Next Door.
on Lady Red's Bath of Blood.
Lady Red's Bath of Blood.
Bath of Blood.
I
Come
love
get
it.
drenched and cleansed in the bath of blood.
Oh my.
No.
Oh fucking my. I took a big hoot for that one. Holy shit.
I had to add into it.
What the fuck? That was so badass, guys. What the hell? We got Metal Mark saying in the chat room here. Winnipeg Jets, the red hot lady red. Fuck off. I'm just Vicky. I'm not fucking red hot at shit. I just love music and I love talking to you guys tonight.
Oh yeah, it's been cool talking to you too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So we're gonna get you guys back on the show soon. Fuck, I hope you guys take care. Fuck up your hair. Keep it coming heavy. Doomier the better. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Hell yeah.
Well,
Fucking
thanks for having us on.
right on.
And if anybody has any more questions, hit us up through Messenger on Facebook or our email, gravenextdoor@gmail.com.
Fuck yeah. I hope you guys have a fucking great rest of the night, and we'll talk soon. I'm about to jam out some Judgment and White Room for the fucking listeners, so hell yeah.
Thank you, Vicky, and thank you, everybody who listened in.
So very welcome, Patrick. Take care, guys. I hope you guys have a great night.
All right, be good. Peace
Bye-bye.
out.
Fuck yeah. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Hell yeah. Fucking A, that was Grave Next Door. Go fucking find them on their socials. They told you where they are. Fucking hook it up.